Let's talk about Ares, god of war, bloodshed, battle, violence incarnate, and somehow also the most embarrassing Olympian to ever pick up a spear. This is the god who represents war itself. And yet, time and time again, he lost fights, got humiliated, or was physically restrained like an unruly toddler. So here are the 5 most embarrassing things the god of war ever did. Number 1, Ares got trapped in a jar. Let's start strong. Ares, immortal god of war, was once captured by 2 giants and stuffed into a bronze jar. Not imprisoned, not chained in Tartarus, a jar. He stayed there for 13 months. No battles, no vengeance, just Ares rattling around in a metal container like leftover soup. The god of war was saved not by his strength, but because another god eventually noticed he'd been missing for over a year. Olympus didn't even check on him because it was probably the most peace they enjoyed in a long time. Number 2, he got beaten by a rock. You'd think the god of war could handle a rock. You'd be wrong. Ares once picked a fight with Athena. This was a terrible idea. Athena didn't duel him. She didn't rage. She didn't even get emotional. She picked up a rock and hit him with it. Ares collapsed. The god of war, defeated by geology. Number 3, he was stabbed by a mortal and screamed so loud. Olympus shook. This one is somehow worse. Ares once tried to fight a mortal hero and got stabbed by a human. The result? Ares screamed so loudly that the sound shook Mount Olympus. The god of war was audibly howling in pain, while every other god stopped what they were doing and went, "Is Ares screaming again?" Imagine being immortal, divine, and built for war, and still being the loudest whiner in the room. Number 4, he got caught naked in bed. Ares also managed to humiliate himself romantically. He had an affair with Aphrodite, who, mind you, was married. Not subtle. Her husband, Hephaestus, found out and decided to be petty. He trapped them both in an invisible net and invited the other gods over to come look. They didn't intervene. Instead, they laughed uncontrollably. The god of war hung there, fully exposed, while the rest of Olympus treated it like live entertainment. This wasn't a scandal, it was a roast. Number 5, he got banned from war. And finally, the most embarrassing one. Ares was so bad at war that Zeus banned him from participating. The god of war, banned. Why? Because he caused chaos, ignored strategy, escalated every conflict, and made everything worse. War gods are supposed to represent tactics, discipline, and controlled violence. Ares just showed up angry and started swinging. Imagine being so bad at the one thing you were actually born to do. So what's the pattern here? Ares wasn't feared because he was powerful. Instead, he was disrespected because he was out of control. He didn't represent war as strategy. He represented war as impulse. And in the end, he became the most ridiculed and hated god in Olympus.